Hi, this is Claire again, and today we are talking about household spirits and what to do when you are moving. Yeah, because the old lore of household spirits is, at least in Germany, it is not forgotten. We still know the Heinzelmännchen, as they are called here. We know the Gartenzwerge, the garden dwarfs. This is one of them. Very lovely fellow. It's more for the desk, but it's the garden dwarf, so to say, in his in how he looks and all of these things. Yes, and this old knowledge is something that can help us today too, because you know we are living in fast times. I don't have to tell you, and if we work with our household spirits, and if we develop a connection to the energy of our home in a very conscious way, this can help us a lot if we have to move, if we have moved for 10 times in the past and we don't feel at home anymore anywhere, and all these things. So this is not just superstition or folklore and nice stories from the past. This is knowledge we can adapt to our times to, yes, to work with it, to have our roots growing again, you know, and to don't feel, how you say it, detached in everyday life, so to say. Yes. And household spirits are a very old thing. They are most often centered around the hearth of the house. In the days before, it was the fire of the house, or in the tent, or wherever people lived. And this fireplace became a very central part of the home. Often small sacrifices were made to the fire. I know from Russia until today they are made. The household spirits there are called domovoi. I know from some clients of mine who have Russian roots. And yes, this knowledge is very much alive today there. And I also know from Asian clients that they work with this consciously, with these energies. And also, of course, from Germany we have many stories about the Heinzelmännchen. They are called like this in our region. And yes, about them helping people. And one important rule for this, to start with the roots, so to say, is that you are not too curious. Please let the magical things have their magic. Yeah, because in the old legends, there's always some legends. They have many different forms, but the core is always essentially the same. Somebody is blessed with the household spirits, and they help the person, and the household prospers. And then this person becomes curious and wants to know more about it, and is at night looking secretly what they are doing. And of course the spirits see this, and then the spirits disappear and they are angry and they leave the house. And afterwards the blessing is gone. The household, yes, is grey and grey, but there is no magic anymore. And this is, of course, these are stories, these are legends, but they have a deeper meaning. And the people in the past, they were not very different from us. They were also skeptics and people not very involved in spiritual things. And yes, these stories transport the important lesson that please let the magic its magic. Yeah, don't be too investigating. Don't be, in a sense, disrespectful. Yeah, because I heard a very nice comparison by an Icelandic elf person. They have special persons who, for example, look when they want to build a road, and this country is really, you feel the nature spirits there. I have been there and it's really different. It's an immense energy in the nature. And yes, when there are big rocks, they might be inhabited by elves. So people are looking, well, should we remove the rock, or can we talk with the elves and find an agreement, or is it better to build the road around it? I'm not joking. You can research this. People are really doing this there. And I read a book once from these one of these elf persons who determine these things. And she said, well, it's best compared with a radio. We humans, we have our radio station, yeah, in the radio. And these, they are like on another level, on another wave. Yeah, they are like a different radio station. But some people, and some from them, they have the antenna to also receive the other station. Yeah, and this is where we can get in touch to each other. And this is where, because of course these layers are always there. They are influencing each other, but unconscious, so to say. And to me, it was very interesting to read exactly the same from a Russian shaman from Chukchi country. This is almost America, so to say. This is the Asian part in the north of Russia. And these people, they couldn't, the Icelandic woman and the Russian shaman, they could not know of each other. But they had exactly the same description of different levels, different layers at the same time. And some people can perceive it and communicate. Yeah. And this is a very good picture to keep in mind for our working with household spirits. Because even if you don't believe in all of this, anyone has had feelings of, oh, I'm coming at home, it's so beautiful, or somehow my home looks grey, somehow the energy is not right, yeah. And I've written a book about spiritual cleansing in German, but here we can talk about, it is not translated right now, but here we can talk about the household spirits who have a big part of this, how you feel at home. Yeah, for example, if you want to move, it is very polite if you take like a crystal or a little house. You can take one of these bird houses where you feed them. They are very lovely for this, and say to your home spirit, well, please, we are going to move. Please come with us. Yeah, and you can put like a little schnapps into it, or a little bit of milk or honey, what household spirits love, and just take it with you then. Yeah, because this is something of politeness. Some people might say, well, they are spirits, they should know and come with me, so to say. But this is very impolite. It's like you are moving and don't tell your friends, and they are still ringing at your old home. Yeah, this is not very polite. So make a little ritual of it. It doesn't cost anything, but you will feel this cozy feeling of home has traveled with you. And especially people who move a lot, they would really profit, do you say profit, from this? Because yes, it is like you can, in your old home, you can take your roots out, go to the new home and have new roots again in a much easier way than otherwise. And to come back to the fireplace, where the household spirit traditionally resides, so to say, we can work with this today too, to make our home prosper. And this is very easy. You can put there like schnapps, a beer. Sunday is a very good day for this, from Sunday to Monday, for example. You can put there flowers for the more feminine aspects of this energy. You can, yes, you can do a lot of things. It just has to be lovely, yeah? Some cake, a little bit of your best food from Sunday, for example, just to recognize this energy and to show respect, yeah? And then you don't have to believe in these things. This is important. Try it out. Write down where you are standing before you try this experiment. And then after 2 or 3 months, write down what has changed. Has anything changed? Am I living with more inspiration? This is not just about outside goals, yeah, like do I have a better job or anything like this. This can happen, of course, but this is not everything that can happen. It's also important, do I have more like sunshine in the heart? Am I feeling better? Yeah, these are very important things too. So give it a try it out and write it down so you don't forget, because it's busy times. It is easy to say, maybe it has changed or maybe not. But if you are working consciously with it, you can compare it, and then you will see if it works for you or not. Yeah, this is not just about believing, it's about experience. And yes, important is also to say that, of course, there are no little dwarfs running through your home. It is more about energy itself. Yeah, because it's, of course, people are telling, well, this is superstition. Huh? Little dwarfs, little Heinzelmännchen, whatever you call it. It is not the way people think about. Of course, he is not running through my home, so to say. But people who had these radio antenna, people who have perceived them, they put them into pictures. And this is what came out from it. Yeah, and it is interesting that you even have until Africa, you have dwarfs with these heads. So the perception is very similar, strangely, but it is like that. And yes, these are, you know, these are pictures to communicate, because for us as people, it is, or as humans, it is difficult to talk just about energy and light and all these things. This is very abstract. We want to have a relationship, we want to relate, yeah, and so it is easier for us to put things into pictures, like dwarves, fairies, elves, and so on. In fact, these are energies, these are feelings, these are things you can perceive, but you cannot grasp. Yeah, but our mind needs a picture, and we, of course, people from ancient times wanted to talk about these energies, so they like invented this, the pictures, like a vehicle, like a messenger, like a package to talk about what is inside, in fact. Yeah, so this is about household spirits. I think many of you will have different cultural roots, and maybe you can you have your own stories, you can say something about it from your culture, and if you would like, or if you have questions to this topic, then please use the comments. Yes, we are living in crazy times, but one of the big gifts is that we can exchange knowledge, we can learn from each other, and we can help each other with the old knowledge to, yes, to get through these crazy times in a better way. And working with household spirits, whatever you call them, however you perceive them, can help you get deeper roots in your whole life and to feel not detached but rooted in life. It's just one way, of course, but it's an important way, because it's home, you know, it's home. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see each other in the next one.